secret behind NGA's success advocating for the independent supermarket industry on Capitol Hill is linking lawmakers directly with the grocers who serve the communities they represent. Store and warehouse tours are an incredibly impactful tool in making that connection and establishing strong relationships. Sure, the NGA works hard to represent independent grocers by meeting directly with lawmakers, but nothing has an impact quite like a lawmaker visiting a store in their own district.
First, they get to hear from their constituents who live, work, pay taxes, and vote in their district. Second, they get to see how the policies that we advocate for or against directly affect their constituents. And third, it gives them a chance to get out of their office and back into their district, where they can focus and be a little bit more informal. Oh, by the way, I'm NGA guy. I'm gonna show you a store tour visit right about now.
Carlos Castro, owner and operator of Todos Neighborhood Market in Woodbridge, Virginia, is hoping to meet his recently elected congressman for the first time. Let's talk about the initial steps before hosting a tour. There are generally two ways the store tour process can occur. Either the NGA will work with lawmakers and connect them with an appropriate store owner or warehouse facility, or NGA members can fill out a store tour request form or let the NGA know they want to host their representative. And before any tour happens, we'll make sure to set up a prep call with the NGA team and send you a personalized toolkit to prepare you for any specific issues being discussed.
Now that Carlos has a store tour set up with his congressman, he might feel a little bit nervous. But if he follows some rules ahead of time, he'll be set up for success.
NGA will handle the logistics, but make sure you've settled on a clear time and location for the tour. This is especially important when stores have multiple locations. Brief your senior team and employees on what's happening in advance. Plan to select a few key employees who can help lead the tour and identify a few associates you're proud of who you'd like to introduce the congressperson to.
It's always good to have folks who can speak to the issues you'd like to raise with your congressperson. For example, let's say you want to talk about swipe fees. Then having your CFO or a finance team member would be a perfect idea.
You may need to coordinate with local media if they join for the tour, but NGA will help work out these details. Always designate someone who will take photos during the tour. And study any talking points or issues that you want to discuss and figure out how to demonstrate your point. Remember, you're never expected to be a policy expert. That's NGA's job. All you need to do is be an expert on your store and any issues that impact your company. And now that Carlos is ready, let's see how the store tour goes and talk about what you need to do to make your store tour successful.
Let's meet our congressman. I'm Pickles, Congressman Pickles, and I look forward to seeing your store, Carlos.
Be flexible and ready to receive the member early or late. Be sure to have the cell phone number for a point of contact on the member's staff that NGA will provide for you. And be prepared with the team you've selected to greet the member at the entrance of your store. As you tour through the store, always make a point to show off your local offerings and any areas of the store you're particularly proud of. For example, if you source local produce or purchase meat and seafood from local suppliers. These help the congressperson see how much your company supports the local economy and community. If there are ways to demonstrate a policy problem, such as empty shelves due to supply chain issues, be sure to point them out. Sometimes it's fun to have the member bag groceries or show them how to work the register. This is always a great photo op, and local media loves it. After the tour is over, invite your representative to have a chat in your conference room or office and dig into the policy priorities you've been briefed on. Before they leave, make sure to get a picture with the congressperson outside or somewhere in your store where your company branding is apparent. Thank them for visiting and offer to stay in touch. Make sure to exchange business cards with the congressperson or their staff so that you can follow up on their visit.
Oh, see? The store tour is a simple process that only takes 30 minutes to an hour out of your day. And while nearly every store tour is successful in forging relationships with your member of Congress, the follow-up is actually what matters the most. So let's talk about some of the things that you should do after a store tour visit.
Once they've left, make sure to send a thank you note to the member and their staff. Send your pictures to NGA and post on your social media, thanking them for their visit. Always report back to NGA's government relations team and tell them how it went so they can use that intelligence to successfully lobby on your behalf in Washington. And finally, if the member is a key target, we might ask you to sign your name to an op-ed or a letter to the editor in a local paper thanking them for their support. Don't worry, NGA will write it for you with your approval.
Did you get all that? Don't worry. Now I'll go over all the key do's and don'ts to be cognizant of when you conduct your store tour visit.
Don't address the lawmaker by their first name and greet them like an old friend. Unless, of course, they are your friend or prefer to be addressed informally. Do remember to address the lawmaker as senator or congressman or congresswoman. Don't be partisan or let the representative know how much you loved their opponent during the previous election. Do make it an interesting and memorable time for the lawmaker. Let them participate and experience your day-to-day operations, and focus on how your business is directly impacted. Don't give the lawmaker or their staff a donation or offer them free groceries for life. They might take you up on it. Do be flexible, be yourself, stay on topic, and know the facts about your company off the top of your head.
Store tours are easy, impactful, and extremely important in affecting change. Oh, yeah, by the way, I'm not Congressman Pickles anymore. I'm the NGA guy again. See? I could see how that could be confusing. Take it away, Carlos.
Store tours are very beneficial, not only because you get to know your elected official and connect with them, but they get to see you and your work environment, and you can talk to them about your issues, and they are more sympathetic and more likely to help you. And also, through the National Grocery Association, it's so much easier because they help you get these connections, and it won't take too much of your time. I truly recommend doing those when you have the opportunity.
Store and warehouse tours really do work. Two key examples include Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries becoming our champion on Robinson-Patman enforcement when he went to a Super Pioneer grocery store in his district in Brooklyn, New York. The other is Senator Roger Marshall attended a roundtable with retailers at AWG headquarters in Kansas City and later introduced legislation to restore competition to the credit card marketplace. They really are our most powerful tool in the toolkit to fight for you in Washington.
So now you know how easy it is to host a store tour and how directly they can impact policy changes that affect independent grocers across the country. But with your help, we can ensure a healthy, sustainable future for generations of grocers to come.
Learn more about the store tour process and how to get involved today by emailing the NGA team at gr@nationalgrocers.org. I'm Congressman Pickles, and I approve this message.